I think before too long, and maybe even, oh, I don't know, now-ish. Well, there we go, now that Maria's awake. I think we should probably look into doing a little exploration while we can. How's everyone doing? Greg's a little tired. Maybe we won't send him, but we're going to pop the world map up and maybe go do a little exploring. Hey, okay, I see we're playing a little JAS. I'm going to be calling it JAS because that is so much easier than Judgment Apocalypse Survival Simulation. Not that I have any issues with a long title, but that's a long title. It really is. Ah, man, there's really not a whole lot that is... 2 imps, 1 minor demon. I really want to go to that one. A bunch of imps. Hides. Not a lot of scraps, though. Some of these might be good to go to just because we're going to be needing a lot of these various resources. And unfortunately, there's nothing in these spots right here. So that's kind of a shame. There's really nothing super close. Oh, man. Well, let's go ahead and go to this one. We're going to have to deal with a couple of imps and a minor demon. We're going to go ahead and scavenge this site. And I know Greg is a little tired, and it's not in my best interest to send him when he's tired, but we're going to go ahead and do it. So one of the interesting things about scavenging is, and I didn't really show you, and I'll show it on the next time we go onto the world map, is that it takes resources to go scavenge. By that I really mean it takes food to scavenge. So you can't just randomly, send people out like crazy. It doesn't work out well if you try to do that. And if you're actually running low on resources, you need to do it before you're, out of food, out of water, that sort of thing. Oh, we're going to back everyone up now. Excuse me while I'm sneezing, because that's what I was doing right there. We're going to go ahead and back these guys up like this. We're going to give Betty and Maria a little bit of cover right there. And look at that, Greg is already wailing on him. I'm going to have to let Betty be fine because, yeah, I knew that imp was going to come in, and that imp is actually getting free shots on Betty. That's not good, but Maria's taking him out. There we go. And just like that, we have completed this map. We got some sulfur, a little bit of wool, a couple pieces of bread, which probably isn't enough to replace the ones that we spent just coming over here, and some medicine. The wool and the medicine, though, I think will end up potentially being good things. If we go to our base inventory, well, let's give them a moment here to come back. They actually have to roll back into the map. It would help if I unpause it. There we go. We can now check our inventory, and we have 5 bits of medicine, some wool, and some salad. So, we're doing not great, but we're doing okay. They're not going to die just yet. Let's go ahead and go to crafting. I don't have any more salads left to prepare, so never mind that. I think we're about to, though. Yeah, there we go. Grace is going to go ahead and harvest out of that guy. Do we have... Wrong one. Sorry. Nope, wrong one. Go away. Do we have enough wood to make another bow? We sure do. I'm going to go ahead and make another bow. Oh, look at that. She's up to 18. Oh, that's good. That's good stuff right there. She is definitely our top farmer. I am happy about that. Let's go to crafting. We're going to queue up some more salads. Salad is a good thing because everyone can eat that. You might notice that we have different kinds of eaters. There are meat eaters in the game too, but pretty sure they will eat stuff that maybe they, well, I don't know I don't know if they will not eat things that are not, yeah, I don't know how that works now that I said that. I really don't. Anyway, whatever. We're going to get along just fine. We still have one last tree to chop down. How are we doing on our farms? These ones are coming along. And then we also need to check our research. We have a bunch of points we can spend. I'm not sure what I want to spend them on just yet. We don't have any cloth, so we're not going to do that. We don't have any hides. That would be a good one right there, because then we can make some armor. Kind of like the idea of doing bow making and knives. Woodworking, brick making, construction, metalworking. I don't know how we make a metal mine. Let's go ahead and do brick making. Just because. And we might have to go find a piece of metal from someone. I'm not sure how we do that exactly. Grace, you're just standing around. You don't have a task. I need to see... What are your priorities? Mining, chopping trees, searching debris. What do we have for scraps anyway? 15 scraps. Maybe I should queue up someone. Here, let's go ahead and do that. You can go run over there and do some scrap searching while we're not doing stuff. Oh, never mind. Greg is going to collect scraps. Grace, you are not doing anything. We'll go ahead and quarry up some clay, because we're going to need some more of that, too. We are actually out of clay at the moment, so there's all sorts of stuff we need to do. We could actually use several more people. That would really help out, honestly, but it's okay. We're okay with what we have for right now. I think she's harvesting. Oh, look at that. We got another assistance needed mission. Let me give it a second just for Grace to finish on that guy. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look at, first off, how's everyone doing? Grace needs to sleep. Everyone else is okay. They're really not good, though. There we go. Let's go ahead and... there's a Reaper over there. That's not good. A Reaper and a couple of Imps. We're going to send a rescue mission over there. So we're going to send the same party we did last time. We're going to send Maria, Greg, and Betty. And this is going to be a little trickier because the Reapers are not friendly. Well, none of these guys are friendly. Let's be honest here. They're demons. They're not friendly. That's just not how they work. But the Reapers especially are... early on, they will mess you up. I mean, we're pretty early into the game here, and these Reapers, I'm not going to say they're endgame units, because they aren't. They're the first distance unit, the first ranged unit that you run into, and they are not friendly. They do a lot of damage in a short amount of time, especially when you combine that with getting hit by other creatures, imps, whatever, minor demons, etc. They are not cool. You don't really want to go messing with them. I guess we can't get around that way, so let's go ahead and keep going this way then. Looks like we still have some good areas to explore. I'd hope to find something sooner rather than later, just because this is not the most exciting thing walking around. Here, let's go ahead and speed it up a little bit, and we can do that. We can always pause when we need to. Being the strategy game that it is, you can pause at your leisure, if you like to pronounce it that way. Oh, there we go. We're going to back everyone up now, because that would be a good idea. So we're going to get Maria behind cover here. Betty, Greg, you need to come back over here. Okay, there we go. All right, let's go back to normal speed. And there we go. Unpause, and they should start fighting. Betty, I am so sorry. I need you to come out from cover and just deal with it. Greg, I'm going to have you move up. And Maria, I'm going to have to cycle her out because she's going to die. Crud. All right, Betty, you need to roll in and kill that guy quickly. I told you Reapers are nasty. They are really nasty. I'm not friendly with them at all. We're going to lose Betty. Wow. I don't know if she died or not. I hope not. We got Seth. Oh, man. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if we lost two. Oh, we almost lost Betty. Crud. We did lose Maria, though. Man. Seth, you better have been worth it, and you are not. You are so not worth it. You're terrible. Crud. We need to make another club. Man, totally played that one wrong. Totally played it wrong. Yeah, I feel bad. We totally messed that one up. Shouldn't have. Totally did. Let's go ahead and queue up some more salads. That's a shame. We need some more of those rescue missions. And we need them to not have Reapers. And part of the problem is we don't really have any good fighters. And we actually lost our best fighter in Maria. And I probably shouldn't have sent them when they were so tired, because they're actually less effective when you do that. But I thought it was worth the risk. Turns out I was wrong. What can you do? Live and learn. Ah, man. That was the last of our bread, so we are now down to salads, I think. I'm going to go ahead and change you to a club, because that does a little better damage, just in general, than the bow does. And Greg is kind of worthless at fighting anyway, so... I don't know, he's just kind of terrible. Whatever. No one's really researching right now, so that's potentially a problem. Where are we at on the research table here? We need 150 and we need some metal. I'm still not sure how I'm supposed to get that metal if I can't build a mine on it. That's what I'm not sure about. Yeah, I don't know how we're supposed to do that just yet. It sure seems like I'm missing something obvious, you know? It just feels like it, but maybe not. I mean, knives is... Well, I guess knives is pretty expensive. Gun crafting... I mean, you only need bow making for gun crafting. That's kind of interesting. Crossbows. That would be a good one, too, I think. But the composite bow, we're going to... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, well. Let's see what it takes to make a composite bow now. Just wood and scrap, so a lot of wood, though. That actually does really good damage. That might be worth making one of those. Well, better range, much better accuracy. We're going to need a lot more wood, though, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and speed things up a touch more. We're going to need more research points. I'm not sure how that's going to go. I think Grace is kind of doing researching in between farming. I'm not sure how we're doing on food either. It looks like we're kind of keeping up okay. I would actually feel better about getting another farm up, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Got some enemies coming in. Let's go ahead and queue up some more trees to chop down. We're going to need a bunch of wood, so we'll go ahead and do that. I'm not going to worry about pulling everyone in just yet. There we go. Seth is kind of coming in anyway. Oh, there we go. Let's find out where they're coming from. Grace, I can give you a bow now since I have an extra one. All right, let's go ahead and grab everyone here. So what do we have coming in? A minor demon and some imps. Thankfully, I think we can deal with those guys. So we're going to pull everyone back over here, just because they're going to get some cover if we do that. Not much, but it's a little bit. Some cover's better than none. That's kind of the point here. Grace, we're going to back you off. Seth, we're going to have you come up here. And Betty, let's just go ahead and have you right there. And you know what, Grace, you can go ahead and move up one more. That way we can make sure everyone is in range to do stuff. Looks like that imp is getting... nope, the other one was getting rocked. Minor demon's getting rocked. And this guy's getting rocked-ish. There we go. Okay. So, successfully staved off that attack. Not by much. Not by much. I mean, Betty is still hurting. We really need to make an infirmary. That would help. Did I not take... I thought I was going to take first aid. I guess I didn't. I think I accidentally spent the points on something else. There we go. So we can make a first aid kit once we have more wood, which I really would have liked to have had one of those. Easy for me to say. Then Maria might not have died, but... oh well, what can you do? We're doing pretty okay for food and water right now. We're actually kind of keeping up about as well as we can. So I'm feeling pretty decent about that. Look at that. She's getting 21 vegetables a pop now. That's pretty good. Water is hovering around where it started. Food seems to be hovering around 1,500, which is good. Not too concerned about food for the time being. So I guess maybe a third farm isn't going to be necessary, but that's okay. You're hungry. You're going to go eat. Go eat. Go eat, buddy. All right, Seth is chopping down some trees here. I don't know if you can do something where maybe you can get more wood than one. I mean, I guess these are only one a pop, so I guess not. Something we probably need to think about here. We haven't really looked into occult research yet, in part because, you know, we don't really have any points that we can spend that way. But somewhere in here, where are you? One of these, you can open that up, I think. I don't remember. Maybe it'll pop up later. But basically, you can see there's all this stuff we've kind of ignored. And you can do some pretty interesting stuff here. Look at that. Sacred sword, sacred pistol, demonite knife, demonite armor, divine healing. All sorts of cool stuff that I would kind of like to play with, but can't really do just yet. It's okay, though. We will figure things out as we go along. Or such is the hope. How are we doing over here anyway? So we can do some brick making. And the furnace would give us bricks. Construction, that would give us stone houses. That could be good. Still really would like to figure out how I'm supposed to get metal right now. That is kind of bothersome. We're going to make a first aid kit. So I think that's going to be a good idea. No one needs it right now, but it would be good to have a single single one around anyway. Treats fiber wounds for faster healing. We do need a little more clay to create that. We also need a lot more wood. So that's not going to work out very well right now. There we go. We do have a first aid kit now. We're doing pretty well on scraps. We can probably turn off scrap collecting shortly here. Oh, assistance needed. Let's go ahead and pause so we can see where that's at. 1 Reaper, 1 Minor Demon, and 1 Imp. Let me go back to the world view. Let's see how everyone is doing. Greg is tired. Grace is... I don't really want to take Grace, but we might need to do that. Because I would really like to... I don't know, can I tell Betty to go sleep now? That would be good. Here, can I force you to go sleep? Oh, not Greg. I meant actually to tell her to go sleep. I don't want to let that go too long, and then we miss out. That would be bad. Okay, now can I have you go sleep? Because we're going to need to send 3. There's just no way around that. I can't force you to sleep. Alright, well, then let's do it. Let's try it. Oh, man, I'm not feeling good about this. Only 3 of them to send. It's going to take 7 salads. I was down there at the bottom if you didn't see that. My apologies. I keep meaning to point that out, and I forget every time. Alright. Ideally, if we could find them with maybe a little separated and not have them all come in at once, that would be helpful. We could get into better cover. That was part of the problem last time. I just didn't really have them in the best place they could be. I'm a little concerned about Greg being tired. Thankfully, he's not a frontline fighter, so maybe it won't affect him too much. Just scouting out here, scouting out. See, this is what we really need to be fighting behind, is something like that. Oh, speaking of, here, let's go ahead and pull everyone back. Let's get them around the corner here. I'm not sure which way they're going to come in. Looks like from the left. So I need you all to move over this way. There we go. I think they'll be okay here, because this is really good protection. And then I'll be able to send Betty and Seth out to go ahead and take care of the Reaper in just a moment. Seth, let's go ahead and have you come out here. You can attack from the side there. All right, and then you two go ahead and run out right now. You're going to have to just move super quickly to do it. Seth, there you go. Let's get you on a flank attack. Now let's back Greg up. He's getting hit. There we go. Much better. We were a little bit more tactical that time. All right, we got Jimmy. So we're going to come back with Jimmy. We got a new survivor. That's good. We should have been at 5 already. We should now be at 6, but we got Jimmy. So a geek, an addict, and a brute. This is our new fan favorite when it comes to fighting. The problem is, because he's a geek, he's, or an addict rather, he's losing health. I was thinking geek, but no. So not much for science. Wow, this guy is basically all about smashing. Well, Jimmy, welcome to the team. Let's get you a club. You can use one of those. There you go. Have a club, my friend. Have a club. Yeah, I really think we kind of messed up on this one. I didn't do the best job I could have, but that's okay. Let me take a pause and look at the world map again, just to see what other sort of stuff we have available. We could build another bed if we go over there. Let's go back to the base view for just a moment. How is everyone doing? We can send... I don't really want to send Greg just yet. You know what? Let's do one more. We're going to do one more right quick. We're going to do one more since there are only minor demons and an imp. Let's go ahead and scavenge it. So we're going to send Betty, Greg, Seth, and Jimmy. You can see, here we go. So it's 12 salads. Nutrition value of 12, I should say. It's not 12 salads, strictly speaking, but Betty is a little injured, so we won't have her engaging first. And we're just going to go ahead and send them over to this hospital. There we go. We'll zoom that ahead a little bit. There we go. So now we have 4 guys over here. So it's going to be 4-on-3 combat. Let me go ahead and get everyone arranged how I want them to. I want Jimmy up front. Even though he doesn't have a ton of health, he's actually right on line with where Betty is in terms of her health right now. But just because he is a better fighter, I think he'll be the better one to have up front. And we can always have Betty come in from an angle. She can get some sort of flanking attack going on. That would be a good idea, I think. We'll just kind of move along here. The reason we're going after this one is I would like the wool. That would get us a little closer to making an infirmary, or we could just straight up make a second bed right now, which might be the way we go, because theoretically, if I can stop messing around long enough, we can build a sheep farm. Oh, let's back everyone up here. Where do we want to go? Let's go over... Let's just back up right here. This isn't a bad spot, actually. Jimmy, let's have you up front. Greg, I want you back there. I know I said I didn't want Betty up front. Sorry. Well, she's just going to have to deal with it. Jimmy, let's go ahead and get you over here. There you go. Everyone's a frontline fighter now. Let's move Betty around. We're going to have her come over here and flank. There we go. Not too bad. Not too bad. There we go. Betty took a little more damage, but we did get some sulfur. We got some medicine. That's going to be helpful. Some bread and some wool. And there we go. World has turned to hell. It's only a matter of time before your small base is overwhelmed by hell's minions. You must figure out what went wrong and how to put a stop to this. While exploring, you saw some magic circles. Maybe you could build one experiment with the cult a bit. Read some ancient lore. Try to figure out where all these demons are coming from. Build a magic circle and research demon origins. So that is going to be something that we want to do. But that's going to have to wait until the next episode when we plop a magic circle down. So we'll take care of that one on the next time. For right now, we are going to be coming back victorious. Let's take a look at our inventory here. Oh, you know what? Here, hold on. Let's queue up some salads because we're actually getting kind of low on that. Wow, look at that. We're going to have a bunch of salads ready to go. And then I wanted to take a look at our inventory. So 6 stones. We need more stones. I have been doing well with collecting clay. We're going to need some more wood. Let's go ahead and... is one of these still being quarried? No, it doesn't look like it. So we're going to need to quarry up some more stones. We're going to get that ready for the next episode. Whatever. We'll have to figure out the whole metal thing. I'm not sure what I'm missing there. I swear I'm missing something, though. Ah, boy. Whatever. And we're going to need a bunch more wood because, as I said, at some point we're going to... Well, here, let's do it right now. We'll research it right now so you can see what I was talking about earlier. We are going to be doing... Oh, no, we do have a sheep farm. Never mind, we've already done it. Where is it? Right there. So we need some boards, which means we need to make a sawmill, which means we need more wood, which means we then need a bunch more wood to turn into boards. But those are going to be things that we are looking at on the next episode, so we will catch up at that time. So until then, thanks for watching. See you later.